it like to have a pretty, almost completely clear injury report?
Hopefully it'll make for a quick press conference. Sorry.
Funny.
Has it been, jumping off that, what have you seen from the guys to know that Derwin's coming back, that Joey's already made one appearance, and to almost have your entire squad back?
The practice quality looks good. The practice quality looks good. The practice we just had was a quality practice, and guys are feeling confident in one another and starting to develop that chemistry because they've played together a lot now, and there's a lot to play for, and we also have full respect for our opponent, and they have our full attention, and that's why I felt like today's practice was one of the better ones we've had.
Is it a little weird knowing that your playoff destination could be determined before you kick off on Sunday?
Yeah, I mean, it's going to happen how it happens, and we're aware of that now. We know that, we'll know, what's going on before we play. But, any type of competitor knows that the mindset's got to be on your opponent. And we're going to play the Denver Broncos, and our mind can't be in two places. That's not how competition works. So our full focus is going to be on Denver and playing our best football.
What kind of usage do you plan for Joey in this game? Is he still kind of in that phase of getting his body back in football shape, or just where's he at?
Yeah, I know. In light of, you are aware of the challenges he had on game day, but it's just to continue to progress his game and get him the reps that he needs in order to be successful. And I think that he got off to a good start. I was proud of the way he battled through that. And now, I think, as he probably told you, now we're going to get a more accurate picture of where he's at. And I think that's important for him, is to get his timing, to get his rhythm. And I thought he had a good day of practice today, and we got to keep building him up so he can be at his best in the playoffs.
Brandon, I know this has been kind of an ongoing topic this week, but just with the decision that you'll have to make on Sunday about who plays, how much they play, what are the factors that go into that? And then when you've seen teams that have rested starters either the whole game or part of the game, and they go and they lose the first round, how much does something like that factor into your decision too?
Yeah, Lindsay, I think it's an excellent question. I think what I've tried to do is I've been through an experience that's similar when I was with Chicago, and the first round bye was at stake in 2018, and LA and us were playing at the same time. We were playing Minnesota, who needed to beat us in order to make the playoffs, so it was a really big game. And then we kind of knew at halftime that LA was going to beat San Francisco and that we were not going to get the first round bye, and we played a really good second half, and we were able to win that football game. But I think our approach to the football game was to go in and play well. We went into the game on a big winning streak when we were in Chicago, and we were committed to going to play that game at a high level, and I think that we played a really high level game against Minnesota because of it. And I think that's certainly going to be my approach to this game, is to go play a high level game. I know that last week Denver played a really outstanding game against the number one seed in the AFC on the road, and so that they're going to demand our full attention, and our players know that going into this game. They know that, hey, we're going to play our players, and we're going to play well. And then as the facts on the ground change within the game, then things could change. But we're not going into the mindset like, oh, well, he's not going to play and he's not going to play. We're going to win the game and play our best, and then as the game unfolds, we'll see what happens.
Brandon, Sunday's game is probably going to be the coldest you've played this year. Is there any benefit to that, knowing you might have to play a cold weather game in the playoffs, or is it just a non-factor?
I think it's a non-factor. Pro players play where they're supposed to play, and we're excited to go compete.
Is 40 cold?
Not in my view. I think cold's, probably different for everybody, but I wouldn't characterize 40 as cold.